playing this idea of just one life, which I've seen other players play. I really like the idea of having just one character living one life in Skyrim. I've come to the game again from having played it a few years ago. I kind of left it for a long while, started playing other things like Dota 2, got into that, and then decided I kind of really wanted to get back to this idea of storytelling and enjoying the world of Skyrim. And since having bought all the download packs years ago, I got given all this extra free content. I thought that in terms of the special edition, I thought, why not play it again? So what I've decided to do is download a shed load of modifications, which I'll talk about as the game goes on, and then play this as if I really am playing this character. So rather than playing it through me being me and just surviving, trying to kind of embody this kind of female character as much as possible. Kathra, she knows she's a Nord. I should put this all up, really written up, so that I don't say it after every post. But this is a girl who knows she's a Nord. She found herself woken up travelling with a Khajiit in a caravan that was destroyed. One of the mods that allows you to do this is kind of start another life, I think it's called. I'll put it in the link. But basically it randomises where you begin your game and what kind of background you want. So I decided that I wanted a rough start, so that it felt a little bit more immersive rather than starting off in a house or something. So I've ended up in Windhelm, and I've decided that the best thing to do is kind of play this game thinking, you can see it's 6 o'clock at night, thinking to myself, maybe I should just play one day in her life, and then end the recording there while playing live. Otherwise it could be a really boring thing for you to watch. What I'm going to try and do is play this as realistically as possible. By that I don't mean going, oh my god, you know, but to think about the choices that she would make. So at the moment, Kathra has not really got anything on her. She's managed to buy a fur tent, which was really important to me. Sorry, a tent with a fur roll. She's managed to buy a warm cloak, I think. I'm sure I did. These are, let's have a look in apparel. There we go, a travelling cloak, which is great. And the reason I've done this is because some of the stuff, that looks too cold for me. Whoa, okay, let's put clothes back on. Some of the stuff that I've got item wise is about helping her survive in this wasteland. I still need to learn the mods that I'm using, but as I say, I'll put them in the link so you can start seeing what they are. But for me, this is all about an immersive experience. So the idea that for Kathra now is she wants to find out a bit more about her past. She's a bit nervous about going out in the city because she woke up being devoured by a wolf, and she wants to kind of make herself welcome here. She doesn't know anyone here. She spent some time in a market to the right, and really, before she even considers going on any sort of adventure, she's decided that she wants to make her armour, buy some armour, do something that can help her make some money in order to get a horse maybe, and just have the right equipment to go out and find something else.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman, milady. Oh,
okay.
Thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Alright, it seems that I'm quite a kind person as well. I'm not going to be able to knock that, am I? I try so hard to not be, but there you go. Okay, so it's getting dark, but I'm hoping that the forge is open down here, because I really want to... No, wrong way.
Since our daughter was taken from
Topher's makeup's terrible, bless her. So, as I say, limited knowledge of who these people are, trying to behave, and trying to find my way around the city. I'll play throughout the evening, sleep, and then come out again, and then try and make my way. So, I can see here there's a place for something to do with potions. I'm going to take these from the barrels. I have been a little bit naughty on this and downloaded a mod I'm not too sure about. It kind of increases the things you find in the barrels, but I found that it kind of makes my life a little too easy. Would I really find all these things in barrels, and would I equally be allowed to take these things, and I might uninstall that mod just to add to the immersion, but we'll see how it goes for a few more days. So, just one stall still open. I'm thinking armour, aren't I? So let's talk to...
If you want a lower price, look elsewhere.
Let's say I want to kind of find out a bit about Niranai.
Lots of opportunity in Skyrim.
Okay, there you go. So what have you got for
Some
sale?
call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Ah, the old phrase. So I've got a sword. I think I probably want a shield of some sort. I've got 157 gold. That's half my gold almost. Crikey. Alright. And she's got some spell books. Okay. My character at the moment has no idea that she can do spells. I do like the idea of a bow of some sort, but she doesn't sell anything, because I know I'm going to, in practice of doing this approach to gaming, living this one life, I die really quickly. Basically, I'm not fantastic at this. Let's have a look. What else? She's got something that pops up that might be useful. Not really. I've also got some wolf pelts that I kept to sell. The reason I've kept them is because I managed to kill them. The giant managed to kill them and save me, so I've kept them as a memory. Alright. Nothing. Let's go over here and meet these two and see what's going on here. It's actually getting a bit cold.
Everyone needs some metal hammered. Every bit as sharp as what you'll find in Whiterun. I respect Yorlan, but he has the good fortune to work the Skyforge. Something about the fires. Their steel just holds tighter. If that makes any sense.
Yep, it does. Okay, so I can buy from him.
Armor you need or a new blade. Come see me.
Will do.
I never expected Ulfric to live up to his legend, but he does.
I do like the thought.
Ask for a better teacher than Owengo.
Here we go. Female blacksmith. There you go.
Thing for me, but we all have to lend a hand as best we can. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land.
Okay, I'll speak to...
Word of advice, don't buy discounted armor.
There you go. Good advice. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to come back in the morning. But I have to remember that I don't really know this place, I don't really know this world very much. Just because I've decided that this character's had amnesia. So all of this information, although I know it from playing the game before, quite beautiful, beautiful kind of movement there. I'm pretending it's something that I don't know. Okay.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
You know about Talos? He founded the Empire.
I thought I'd paid to sleep here. Let's have a look. I have. Alright. So I could sit down and read again, I could talk to the patrons, but I think deciding that this is her second day, she's probably still traumatized and exhausted from what's going on, so she's going to sleep till 7 in the morning, and then she's going to see what she can do at the forge. And if she can't do anything at the forge, I'm probably going to go out and see if I can do some sort of adventure. I'm really sorry, I've realised it must be really painful to watch since I'm not out there killing things, but as I say, the idea here is that I play it in role as much as possible. Okay, so hungry and thirsty. Those are things that I can do. I think the app for this one's called... let's have a look. The app that I'm using that kind of affects what I'm eating, you can see I've got it here, is under powers. I need. So this is a great little application that kind of controls the fact that you need to feed. So you've got, I'm a little bit hungry and I'm moderately thirsty, and these are the effects that I have if I don't do something about it. So let's have a look at what I can eat. I can actually make some food. That would be a good idea. Let's drink. And that looks cooked, so let's have that as well. So when we go back into the magic, We looked at active effects. We can see that I'm eating a wide variety of food and I'm well rested. So I think what I'll do now, before I actually go out to the smithy, is I'll make some food from what I've got if I can. Okay, so I can create a horse haunch. I guess it just means cook it. And I can roast the goat. I can roast the pheasant. And I can prepare the steak. Great. And I can make some potato soup, which is great. What else do I need? Wow, okay, let's have a go at that then. So just, let's have a look. What things am I missing? So cabbages. Cabbage for a lot of things. Right, great for my guts. That is mild sarcasm there. Alright, so don't want to steal anything, obviously. Get in trouble. I've done that before by accident and got in trouble. It's really frustrating, especially when you're playing One Life. I think that's how I died the first time I played this game in One Life. I think I accidentally picked something up and the guards chased me and then I decided forget it. That wasn't in a character. Done it again, haven't I? Gone the wrong way. Alright. A new dawn. A new day. I'm going to go and try and have a go at just preparing for this journey. So you can see I'm already getting distracted. I said I'd go to the blacksmith and see if I could do something. I think she definitely wants to kind of do something with the wolf hides from the wolves that kind of try to attack her, just to give her that confidence to go out into the wild and do something with her life. She definitely wants a shield and she'd like a bow. A horse would be fantastic, but I realised that I'm really limited in funds, so I may have to either try and get some work or go out there and find something that I can sell in order to, well, basically have the skills and the items I need to get by. Alright, let's have a go at the tanning rack then. So let's think, what can I do? Fur plate. What can I do with fur plate? Literally no idea. There we go. I could make a lace hide.
Working in Wendhelm is great.
Travel cloak. That would be great. Okay, so she's going to make this travel cloak. Great. Okay, so to make a travel cloak, I need some hide. I always do that. Oh, I can make one. Okay. Yes. Right. Brilliant. So she can make a fur coat. Fantastic. Alright, so now when I go to my Kathra, let's have a look. 40 and 12 coverage. 41 to 12 coverage, and that one was 20 and 20 good coverage, and this one was fair coverage but a bit warmer. Okay, however, she's now wearing, beautiful, she's now wearing the very animal that tried to kill her, which I really like about her story. That means I've got some things to sell, which is good, and I've completed part of that quest. So I guess now it's time for me to see if I can afford that shield that I said I wanted.
I never expected Ulfric to live up to his
I want to kind of befriend Hermir, I think. Let's talk to him about what he's got for sale. Okay, the first thing is, have I got anything he might want to buy off me? I'm going to need that axe. Don't want to sell the iron armor, I'm definitely going to need that. And not enough money there to even pass the time of day, so... Okay, what's he got? I did say... he's got a hunting bow, of which I've got enough money. Okay. And he's got some arrows. 3 arrows I could buy. They do a fair bit of damage. I think I'm going to be brave and buy a bow. And then buy some arrows. I could buy 3 arrows. Okay, so
Whether
word
it's
of
armor
advice,
you need or a new
don't buy
blade,
discounted armor.
come see me.
that's great. Alright, quite happy about that. So, I've now got a bow, a sword, some arrows and an axe, which is great. I've forgotten, because it's been so long, I've forgotten how to pull up my favourites and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to quickly look at that for when I'm fighting, because I always absolutely pathetic and panic immediately. It's a bit embarrassing. Throw a wobble and then don't know what to do. Okay, so I've got a hunting bow and a steel sword. I'm sure I put some of my spells in my favourites too, but they've gone, or they're just somewhere different. Okay. Alright, so it's a case of how you get to those kind of hotkeys when you're in the game. Never mind, we'll see what happens. Alright, so I've definitely got food, I've definitely got drink, and I've got a coke, which is the walls, so I feel I'm going to go back out there and maybe consider one of the quests that I've got, which I had done previously actually. Maybe I'm just going to go out and do a recce of the nearby landscape before I go off adventuring. Have a look around, get to know the place a little bit as a character, and then consider what I want to do next. I know some of the things that are in my character's head are, why is she here? She knows she's a Nord, but she... Okay, so it's pretty cold. She doesn't really know what that means. She has vague memories of travelling a great distance, and she wants to find out more about how she came to be travelling in a caravan, and really a little bit more about her past life. These guys are sleeping in the cold. That has got to be hard. There's another book here. Ice and shitting. Okay. See what I mean about the barrels? I do feel a little bit bad just taking from these and feel they... Maybe I'm not going to do that in public places anymore after that actually. And I'm just going to have to live in the hope that I survive. So I've got a shed load of quests, but as I say, let's see if I can even survive being in the outside. There's another traveller.
See why the Nords like Skyrim. This crisp air is wonderful for the lungs.
Not for me.
Sale if you got the coin.
Let's say how much one costs. 1,000 gold.
Sometimes the difference between life and death is a swivel steep.
Okay. Let's have a look around. There's more people coming here. Let's have a look on my map. We can see that I do have a quest within the city. And there's one here, find Remenada at Stillborn Cave. Now I've tried going to a cave at a low level. I'm only level 1 at the moment and died really quickly. There are some quests around me. Are these all the quests that I've got? Let's have a look. Yep. Alright. Visit the sign of Azura. I mean, that sounds like one I could actually do and survive. However, on the way, I might die. So let's zoom out a little bit. Kill a giant. Look, I don't even think I want to kill giants because it saved me. So it's going to take a lot for me to want to do that. Slay the beast located at Cromvanga Hall. Find a Song of Perennial. Saves it to Helga. That's going to be difficult, I'm guessing, because that must mean bandits. Find a cube. Alright, I think for the first day I'm going to just recce around this landscape safely, get to know some people, and then maybe the one quest I'm going to do today after kind of the lunch period time is talk to Aventus Arentino, find out what that is about. I should know in my quests really, shouldn't I? Whilst this, I'm just going to collect some more herbs. Ah, Khajiit, that's interesting. Because...
So many refuse to talk to us. They call us thieves and smugglers. I am glad to see that you are not such a one.
No, I've been travelling with one of your people actually.
Wrong in truth. I came to Skyrim after I found myself unwelcome both elsewhere and Cyrodiil.
Oh, that's interesting. Cyrodiil.
I seem
Okay.
to have an getting myself involved in misunderstandings with the law. Assad was able to look past that, and it was he who helped to set me up with a trade caravan. Now I look for him.
Okay.
Mostly, it is the Nords. They do not like outsiders in their land, and so we are forbidden to enter their cities. When they look upon us, they see only pickpockets and skooma dealers. It is most unfair, but we do our best to ignore them.
Right, thank you, Akari. I read, is it Dancing Fire? So, Dancing Fire would have the Khajiit obviously attacking an encampment in the first book, and I was really interested about the relationship between the Khajiit and all the other people here. They're obviously not from around here, and the Nords obviously don't really have much time for them. And actually no one seems to, so this idea of the outsiders is interesting, and why on earth I was travelling with one when my character woke up is really interesting. So I've got a bit more time for these people to try and understand historically who they are, why they are what they are. So I'm interested in them, definitely.
Khajiit is ready for any troublemakers.
Let's have a look what this is.
You've come to the right place.
Okay, he is expensive. I forgot that you could do that.
I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Yeah, me too, Dromarash. Okay. The wind seems to be blowing a gale. It's a little log kind of cabin. Place down there for cutting up the logs. A sawmill, there you go. Alright. Look at the sign. Whiterun. Oh god, Winterhold, Dawnstorm, Morthal. Riften, Windhelm, Solitude. Alright. I know my characters had a calling for somewhere earlier. Folkstar, she heard about and seemed to be really interested in. And then there was also the word Dunmer seemed to ring a bell.
If you know any crew sons and daughters in Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Oh, okay, so I have an option to join the Stormcloak Rebellion. Well, I've got no idea what this is all about, so currently I'm going to say no, and it appears like currently I'm not even able to go far out of the city before I get too cold. I mean, I'm wearing pretty much everything I can, unless the banded armour provides me with a little bit more warmth. Let's have a look. It's bizarre because when you look at it, it shouldn't. Let's have a look. Poor warmth and poor coverage. Good. Not good because it means it's going to be hard to fight, but fair warmth. Okay, so the clothes are better. Makes a lot of sense. Now, the guy that made this mod like really thought about it, which is great. Okay, so I've gone further than I can, and what I need to do now then is look at the time. It's half 10 in the morning. Alright, I'm going to go down to the docks. I'm freezing. Okay, I need to get into some warmth really quickly then. See if the stables can provide some warmth. Shows you that with these mods, it's a nice touch with the snow on there and the snow melting. Really nice touch. Okay. Alright, so I should probably be talking to these two rather than looking at their place.
Horses, all day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
Well, these guys I'm really, really grateful for, because they may have potentially kind of saved me a little bit, because I know that I was incredibly cold. Let's check my character stats. You can see that this is a different kind of game now with these mods in. I'm still cold. But I'm well rested. Okay, let's warm up a bit. That would be nice.
I see why the Nords like Skyrim. Its crisp air is wonderful for the lungs.
Well, Alundil, I'm glad that you're warm enough.
Between life and death is a swift steep.
I think I'm finding it out.
Listen to Viola. They'd have caught the butcher by now.
It's the second time I've heard about this butcher in Windhelm. I don't know what it is. Now that I'm warm enough, I think I'm probably feeling brave enough to be able to go back into the city and keep to the warmth, see what I can do. But I've obviously started my life in a really tough area, and if I'm going to travel anywhere for a great distance, I'm going to need a lot of wood, enough water to get by, and food. So I guess that's my next step before I go anywhere, rather than armour. I've got a bow and arrow, I've got a sword, but clearly I'm nowhere near warm enough to survive out there. But if I have a good stock of equipment to help me, then maybe I will. Alright. So, eat again. Drink again. It's going to get really hard soon because I realise that what's going to happen soon is I'm going to run out of money and not be able to buy anything new. Okay, so Aventus Aretino. Let's find that quest, shall we? Let's see if it says speak to Aventus Aretino. There it is. But there's nothing about why. It's a little bit frustrating, really. Anyway, let's see if I can find him with the local map. Okay, so he's in that building over there. I bet he's loaded. I've noticed these little symbols before, actually. They're really interesting. I wonder if they're marks of some kind to indicate something. Alright, here we go. So, I don't really want to unlock the door, which means he's not there. Or he just doesn't want to come out. Alright. Which means that if he's not there, I wonder if he's in the Jarl's place or whether he's in the pub. All the doors are locked. Okay. Let's go back to the inn where I can't afford to sleep. It's going to be hard now to kind of look at making money unless I can make money from my herbs. And then think about that.
Let me know if you want anything.
So I'm looking for
Got a clean mug around here.
Aventus Aretino.
Sorry, but I'm not looking to hire any more crew right now.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
Stenvar. No one there. I wonder where he's gone. Sophie. Look at these guys sat on the floor. I really feel for him, actually. Rolf. Belin. Nils. Voldessa. Farrell. Okay, so he doesn't seem to be up here. I wonder if my character will be brave enough to go to the Jarl.
My life-serving talents. I don't plan to stop now, no matter what the Empire says.
Oh, did you need something?
Who's this person here? Yeah. To find Aventus. See, no, not there. Alright. I think I've decided that I'm going to be brave enough to visit the Jarl and see if he's there. I generally don't remember where that guy was or anything like that, or why the doors are all shut during the daytime. But let's find out. Bit nervous about going to see the Jarl, hoping he or she will let me in.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Oh, me too. Okay. Let's see what happens when.
Won't give us a straight answer. He's a true Nord. He'll come around. Don't be so sure of that.
I'm not much of a strategist,
Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same. The pleasure or the White Run. And what would you have me do? If he's not with us, he's against us. He knows that. They all know.
Okay.
How long are you going to wait? You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message? If by message you mean shoving us.
I do the cooking.
Let's
Don't
see.
need to pay me no mind. I'm the least important person in here.
Well, actually, you're the guy that's just made me warm. You've also got the food. This Aventus Argentino's obviously not here either. I don't really want to disturb this conversation. I kind of feel out of my depth. Okay, so it's interesting because this game now, because I've played it on a setting where I get cold and hungry, it's really hard to kind of leave places. But that's interesting, isn't it? That endurance perk has increased, which means, I guess, the more you survive in this landscape, the harder you're going to get. Let's just see if any of these doors are open. No, it's still not open. Alright. Possibly means they're all asleep, or it possibly means they all open their doors at a different time. Okay, I'm looking for that corridor I found earlier when I was on my way to the Jarls. I've got a feeling it's this way. Interesting that the Windhelm people have the bear as a symbol. Here we go. So there's these old tattered, they've kind of really grabbed my attention actually. I wonder if what they mean, if they're pointing towards something. But this is a new area for me. Again, these are houses that you can't get into. There's no way I'm breaking into anyone's house. That'd be ridiculous. This place looks interesting. New Nessus Corner Club. Let's go in here in case he's in here.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Let's see if I'm...
Splendid. Another Nord.
Ah, here we go. There have been murders in Windhelm. Someone's going to start telling me the story of what's going on here.
None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems.
That's interesting. The name Dunmer again. That's the second time I've heard that, and my character is definitely interested in that. So I probably want to chase this up. Why are there so many dark elves here?
Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, we could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking.
That's interesting as well, because I think for my character, I think she also thinks she's coming from the west. So Khajiit, Dark Elves, Morrowind. Okay. Let's have a look. I'd like to perform here. I'm a travelling bard. It's one of the mods that, again, this could be a lifesaver because you get some money from doing that.
Of course.
Brilliant. Okay. Oh, I would love that shield. Okay. So, let me remember how to do this. I think you go to Magic, Powers, Songbook, Skyrim, and then you press Shout, and then you get to play something. Now, I think I haven't got any musical items or anything like that at the moment, so it's nice with the voice, but if you look at my character, she doesn't sing it. It's really annoying, so I try not to look. So I'm doing this in order to get some money in order to stay somewhere, but I think if you perform in an inn you get free lodgings, but I also believe you can only do that either once a day or once an inn, but we'll find out. So at the moment my character is thinking, where is this Aventus guy, how am I going to find him? There you go, collect pay from Ambrose. Great. Well, hopefully my name's getting around Windhelm as a performer. Alright. I love the fact that you get that option straight away. I don't think that's my character at this moment in time, so let's go back to the innkeeper. So this is a different inn to the other one, and the segregation's interesting with the Dark Elves. Okay, let's speak to Amberus.
How splendid. Another Nord.
Let's have a look. I'm done for now.
Thank you. Here, this is for you. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Brilliant, so I get a free room for the night and 10 gold. Absolutely awesome. Very happy with that. I wonder if you can do that on a daily basis. I might head over to the other inn and see what they say, but it's interesting the stash that he's got here is Imperial and that he's selling it. I wonder if he's playing quite a clever game there, you know, he's taking from what the Nords find. And this is my bed for the night.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Well, thank you, Amberus, I will do. Actually, I do. I want some water.
Let's sate that appetite.
Actually, what I want is...
of course.
That's a lot of money to pay to fill water. Oh god, he filled 2 lots. Fantastic. Okay, let's hear about any rooms. Oh, that's interesting. The crash there, that's enormous. Really annoying. Something about travelling to Helgen. Alright. Got money lying around here? Huh. Right, let's talk to this chap. Mouth
the
here.
Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mouth
Grey
here.
Quarter's not much to look at now, but it wasn't always so bad.
I'm thinking of moving to Morrowind.
By that I don't think about returning to the ancestral home of my people. Still, even with the rough treatment we've had at the hands of Ulfric and his lot, I've got ties here. It's probably more trouble to pack up and leave than it is to stay. Besides, Amberus can't run the corner club on his own.
Okay, so these guys are working together to run this club. There's obviously a place for Dark Elves to come. And they all originate from Morrowind, so that's something I didn't know. That's interesting. As I say, I kind of played this game, but played it previously to just kind of get into the game, so my character's quite interested in that.
Into 4 quarters. The Grey Quarter is the one that's home to all the city's Dark Elves. If it looks to you like an impoverished slum, that's because it is. Ulfric prefers that we live in squalor. He has nothing but disdain for anyone who isn't a Nord. Tolerates us, but that's the extent of his hospitality.
I was hoping he'd explain what the other 3/4 of the whole of Windhelm are, but never mind. This guy's obviously had a tough time. Alright. Let's see, check the time. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I am going to see if I can go and find this Aventus chap again.
How splendid. Another Nord.
I think I'll ask that another time.
Another drink. I'll be right here.
Thank you. So he's got that I'm a Nord. That's great. But he couldn't help me find the people that I need to find. So I'm going to go back to Aventus' house and see if he's in, knowing quite comfortably that I've got somewhere to sleep, and I've got water, and I've got food. Okay, so where do I want to go? Finding Aventus. It's this way, isn't it? So, not the most interesting or exciting start, but I think this is going to be kind of slow burn kind of game. I believe his house was here, wasn't it? If it's still locked, I'm going to really be scratching my head about what to do. Right, the Arantino residence. Locked. Where are these people? I could go back there, couldn't I, and have a look again? Otherwise it's getting hard. I could go over to the marketplace, couldn't I, and try and find him. Let's finish off this area first though. I'll follow this round so I can... So this is the grey quarter, right? Where the elves live, hence the tattered look of this place. That's interesting. Quite like that touch. What's in there? That's my abode for the evening. And Sadri's used wares. Okay, let's see if Sadri...
Look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. All my goods are legitimate, which is more than I can say for some.
I don't think I'd ask these questions. They're really loaded and not my kind of
Some may
character.
call this junk. Me, I call them
Treasures? There we go. Alright. So I'm not interested in buying, I'm more interested in selling. Well, actually, that's pretty good for me, in all honesty. Let's see what else there is. That's worth nothing. I could chop them. That's interesting. Okay, so I could make money from just chopping firewood. That's fantastic. That's another thing to kind of remember. What else could I make money from? The hide lace. I don't need them for now, but I'm reluctant to kind of sell that. I definitely need some more arrows. How about the berries? Darn it, no money from that, and I thought I was going to make my money there. I could make money from selling food as well. That's interesting. And the purple mountain flowers. Okay. And some apples. Wow. Okay, so let's sell 10 apples. And let's see what else there is. I can sell the salmon meat. Salt powder, definitely want the snowberries. So her life at the moment is a pretty boring one. She's just going to be yeah, I think I'm going to sell that burlap cloak. I definitely need these things. Okay, so I've suddenly got money to buy some things that I need to get. The arrows are the same price here, so they're twice the amount for a tiny bit more damage, so I guess I'm just going to buy maybe 10 more, maybe 7 more arrows, so I've got 10 arrows. There we go. Okay, 16 gold, somewhere to make my food, somewhere to sleep for the night. I'm really comfortable with that. I'm not going to ask any of them. That was good stuff, and I'm finding a bit more about the history. I'm quite happy to know that actually chopping wood and selling the snowberries from outside is a way that currently I can make my living. I shouldn't be able to find these things, should I? Okay, I think what I'm going to do now is just take from these what I think is... I'm walking around with a lot of sacks of flour, what I think is reasonable, so... Either that or I pretend that these things are being stashed without my knowing, or certainly I'm not meant to know that these things are being stashed. Okay. Well, I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to go back and see if I can get anything for these potions from this guy.
I like to share my good fortune with those who deserve. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay, so... will he buy any of my potions? Let's see. Wow, okay. So... I'm guessing my character has come across a stash of things that they shouldn't have come across, and has become a little bit of an opportunist here, but suddenly I'm going to buy some arrows, isn't I?
Trader dropped by. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay, I think if I left with about 15 more arrows, then I feel that I could at least go hunting. Leave me with 72 gold. I did talk about buying a shield, and I probably need to think about buying stuff to keep me really warm. So I might do some thinking about what items are going to keep me the most warm outside, and then also things like this, what items are going to keep me the most safe before I go on any of these quests. But that's a heck of a day. I'm so sorry, it must be so boring to watch, but the fact that I've got money now makes a big difference in my life. Thank goodness the guard didn't see me. There's a load of barrels here. Do you know what I think I took from these barrels before, which makes me feel a bit better because it means that it's not something I can repeat daily. So I think what I'm going to do is go down here. This, geographically, I think I remember that this is the docks. Still no idea where this inventor Sarantino is. I'm hoping he works down in the docks, otherwise I've got no idea how to get hold of this guy. Okay. You see, these are places I've taken from before. Okay, well, I'm finding a hell of a stash around here. Okay. Go down these steps.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you.
We must have had a talk before for that. Looked like those notes. Ah, I think I might have stuck up for her. Okay.
Asura bless you.
You too, Severus. Okay, there's more barrels here, which is really interesting. I'm kind of drawn to them, and there's a warehouse. Ah, good. Right. Genuinely good, because without shelter the heat feels distant, so you're getting colder. Okay. Let's get close to a fire for a while. Whoa! I must have been standing very smartly right on the fire. That's great. Okay, so check if I'm getting any warmer. Nope, it's magic that I need to get to. Active effects. Mild hunger. Okay, let's have something to eat. Something different. I think I'm going to have that salmon steak. And I'm going to come here and speak to these people.
Talk to Captain Garland if you're looking to get passage.
No, I'm really not. Okay. It's not here. It's a tanning rack and some in here without shelter. The heat is getting distant. Ah, there's some messages here. Okay, I'll have to try and remember them. I'll open them outside of this because that would be a really dull thing to watch. Okay, everywhere's shut up for today. That's really interesting. Argonian assemblage. Let's go in here and hope I don't get attacked. I'm still really nervous about being anywhere at the moment.
The Nords don't appreciate us. But so what? I don't appreciate them right back.
That's difficult. That's I am one of those people, so I feel that I'll talk to a fellow female, see what she's like.
Windhelm has been hard on my people, but our fortunes will turn, and we have shelter and food.
You do. Okay, you people have had bad luck.
We have not fared well outside our native Black Marsh, but
Black
we
Marsh.
to make the best of things. I began praying to Zenithar, the god of wealth, to bring us some fortune, but thieves made off with my sacred amulet almost as soon as I bought it.
Yeah, I think I would. That is some harsh, and I mean, see if I can change these Argonians' attitudes towards the Nords, since that's what I am.
Shavi would be in your debt, kind one.
Shavi. Okay.
Oh, yes. After all, what's the point in being miserable all the time? I know life on the docks isn't easy.
Sometimes life puts you in difficult circumstances you didn't choose. But being happy or unhappy is a choice you make. And I've chosen to make the best of things that I can.
Shavi, they are wise words, lovely. So did I. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do is leave this place. I'm going to think about Shavi, actually. That's nice to stumble upon that quest, and I kind of want to break those barriers, because I feel like an outsider here, and I've met, all I've seemed to have met really are outsiders, and people that are castaways. If I can kind of unite different races together in some way, I think that would be quite a powerful thing to be able to do. Okay, I'm going to maybe consider trying Aventus Argentina's place one more time, but I noticed I'm getting a little bit cold. So, okay, that is a subtle hint to get indoors quite quick. Actually, let's see where I've come up. No, okay, let's go this way. Shouldn't be here, should I? I should be.
Spent my life serving Talos. Don't plan to stop now, no matter what the Empire says.
Let's get one. Come and talk here if you're going to talk.
The way I see it, Ulfric's fighting a holy war.
The best way for us to win the Nord's respect is through hard work. Too many Dark Elves in Windhelm complain about the way we're treated. What good does complaining do?
Okay, that's slightly worrying. It means I'm not near somewhere I need to be to get warm.
If you've got some time, stop by my house of curiosity.
Oh, I like that guy. I went there earlier. You can see why I'm still level 1. Nothing at all.
Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Balloon, Kachar. Let's talk to Kachar.
You don't know what freedom really means until you've lived on the river. The North Wind is my mistress, and I'm her master. I don't tolerate any disloyalty. You looking for work? Got a sailor who thought running a gang of thieves would be more money than hauling my cargo. You make an example of that gang, I'll give you a year's worth of pay.
Wow. They're as good as dead. What would my character do? She wouldn't be interested yet. But a year's worth of pay? That could give me a horse. And they have dishonoured this guy. I think I'm going to say... What would my character do? I'm not interested. I am a coward. Well, luckily he's forgiving. I may come back to him. There's a lot of people stood in one hell of a row.
Need something?
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm for a while.
I'm glad to see you.
I think all these extra characters are like the wenches of Skyrim. I just... They might not have sold it to me, actually. Hello? Oh, right. Let's speak to Adontus, man.
I'm a writer by trade. Not that the people of Skyrim do much reading.
Writing hell of hard on your table, it's moving. That's what kind of writing do you do?
I write drama, friend. The legends and history of Skyrim made to excite and inspire. Gerard Germain at the Bard's College have been waiting for my latest work, Olaf and the Dragon, for weeks now. Roads are a mess.
Wow, well, I really do want to see the Bard's College. The reason being that I've found that I have this innate ability to sing, so I might do this guy a favour.
You're sure? When you see Gerard, ask for a tip. I'm sure he'll be in a good mood after reading this. And you lose yourself in the pages of a good book.
Okay, that's 2 quests I'm really, really interested in.
I pretend there's an Imperial soldier's head on the stump.
Jeez. It's guys? I mean, this is a lot of people here. What is going?
Another day, another septum.
Not
You know
really
about
sure what
Kathra?
We're all a bit stuck.
Founded the
Something wrong with the game there. Calixio, I know. Kajar. Alright, that guy's been there for hours. What's the time? 7 o'clock. Oh, Aventus Argentino. Where the devil are you? Alright, I'm going to find my lodgings for the evening. I should have checked if I could sleep there for the evening, but what I'm going to do instead is, I know, I'm going to bed, no problem, is see if I remember how to pass his house one more time. I'm afraid I've forgotten where the dickens he lived. Up there. So I'll take the long way round. See if he's in of an evening, see if I'm allowed in. Otherwise this guy's always running, by the way. I spoke to one of the Athrons and was like, there's Calixo, aha, up here. Let's see if he's an evening man. No, I don't want to pick his lock. Okay, so back go. Endurance perk available, I'll have to have a look at that. Because I don't know how to access them in this game. It's getting dark. I'll have a look about accessing endurance perks.
Another day, another septum.
And I think I'm going to brave staying in this place. It wasn't Berlin Halu, was it? It was here, where the drunk Argonian is outside. No? Aval Athron. Oh, okay, that's where he was running to, right? The New Nissus Corner Club.
Help stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Thank goodness I got in time. Poor guy's been here. Alright, I think what I'll do is find this book, The Arcturian Heresy, and I think I'll pick that up. Alright, so before I go to bed I think I'll read that, but really that's the end of the first day. From that I've picked up quite a few things. Who'd have thought? One of the things I picked up is that I seem to have an affinity for the outcasts here, the Dark Elves, the Khajiit and the Argonians. I've actually never kind of really learnt those races very much when I played the game before, so that's already making a difference, kind of spending my time thinking about that. I need to find this chap, and then I need to read the quests that I picked up outside the Night's Paw for a sign off, but I'll do that now because it'll be boring to watch. But I think tomorrow what I'll end up doing is maybe sell some of those potions I've got, see if I can buy some warm clothing so I can stand the winds, and maybe consider doing that little quest for that friend that I made down by the docks, the Argonian woman, and see if I can get her token for her, because I think really if I can establish myself in this city of Morrowind, wherever it is, Windhelm, then maybe I can make some money to get a horse or something like that. But that's it. That's me signing up for tonight. Thank you very much for watching.